Guys, there are only a handful of interviewers left. Now today I have two lined up for you. The first of which is going to be with a class that many of us are pretty familiar with. We were talking about it earlier today for anyone who was here. But today's first class is, I mean, honestly, at this point, like what's the point of me even teasing it? There's only 5 classes it could possibly be. So I'm going to rule them out. It's not the easy one. It's not the reworked one. It's not the other reworked one, but it is a mage. And no, it's not the old mage. It's the new mage. This is the class that we just had release, and everyone was like, are you still going to cover it? Yes, I'm going to still cover it. Honestly, I don't even know what half of the stuff we're going to talk about is because, like, there's so many things that are very different about this class having been brought over exclusively just for us on GMS from the mobile version of Maplestory. And when they brought it over, they completely changed the way that it plays and like its kit and like everything. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure it's like a support over there and it's like not a support here. Today, we are going to be talking about everyone's favorite bugged class. Every single update, there's like a new bug with this class. But since its release, there has been a lot of random issues. And maybe we'll talk about them. Maybe we won't. We'll see. We'll get into it. But without further ado, we have a self-proclaimed SIA expert main swapped to SIA. And when we first spoke, they were rank 3 in levels on Chronos. Maybe Chronos? Probably Chronos. A former over 100k converted Bishop main. We got SOUF. Yo.
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what up, bro? I'm pumped for this. Are you pumped?
Oh, I'm super excited to showcase SIA. 100%. This class is busted.
Oh boy, we got another, like, in a good way, right?
Oh, 100%.
In a good way and a bad way?
I got some stuff in the kitchen for you. For sure.
Okay. Damn. So we got a 286 SIA player. Are you what? Okay, so like when you first reached out, that was like a while ago, like weeks ago.
Yeah.
How much farming have you done since then? Have you checked like Maple ranks to see where you're at now?
I am currently rank 1
Oh,
in
shit.
all of Reboot.
Oh,
I
shit.
think there's one Challenge World SIA that's really close, but because they're not on rankings, like I can't really check like exactly how far ahead.
Yeah. Also,
But
Challenge
I'm
World, so they're
currently rank 1 on
cheaters.
rankings. I wasn't gonna say it, but you said it. Mickey Mouse server.
Yeah, Challenge World gets like just boosted rates for everything, so yeah, that guy's just a
They
cheater.
get all their maps. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta fight for maps over here.
Yeah, straight up cheater.
But it's okay. It's okay.
And still couldn't beat you, so you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. What do you got to show us? You got something? You got like a cool little intro that you can show off for the class that might get us hyped about
sure. So let's just get the clickbait out of the way. SIA is the strongest low Hexa class in the game, bar none.
Damn.
Nobody comes close to this class, and I will show you exactly why. Our base class is so much stronger than every other class, and we're only balanced by the fact that we do not have an Mastery 2, 3, and 4 for Hexa. And the moment we get that, if we don't get rebalanced, we will literally be like above Cadena in terms of like just crazy damage output. And I have a showcase for it, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
I'm gonna switch to one of my Legion champs that I got pushed out.
Okay.
By SIA. So I kind of originally when I reached out to you, I actually had a weaker mule, but because I've grinded so much and I've gotten Hexa, it's kind of hard to normalize Hexa when I don't have Scouter.
Sure.
So this character is about 4k frags, like 3-ish 4k, so pretty respectable.
Okay.
I've normalized the CP down, 87 mil CP, and I'm going to do a Gloom test. I think this is like a pretty accurate like mule, boss mule, like Legion champ test, especially when you first lib a mule character.
Okay.
If you could double open Gloom, which is when you hit 70%.
Yep.
And it lets you continue your burst so you don't waste any damage.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna get toggles, no fams. So 87 mil.
It's also ice lightning, which is like not like a huge burst.
Yeah, it's a very
still.
middle of the pack, very average. Originally I had like Shad, I had Nightlord, but because the Hexa, it's too hard to count for Hexa at that point. This is as close as I could get for the characters I have. So let me just go practice mode. Okay, so we do have to wait the 1 minute though.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. Basically, we're gonna see how much damage you can do on this character with the first opening.
And I'll show you.
Yeah, and then we'll see it on the other one, which is like closely geared, like close in power to this character.
The frag count, because I invested in Janus 30 on my SIA. The actual damage frags I have on SIA is actually decently low.
Okay.
Obviously, like I can't account for like how much CP is worth, blah 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 blah. But like this is as close as I can get to make it like where it's like I could still show you exactly how busted that class is and why you really should be making it in your top 6 for sure.
Okay. Guys, can everyone just make the joke before I make it? Can everyone just say chills about the ice lightning damage? Before I make the joke again? Please?
So pretty much like right there. If I did a little check, if I played my burst a little better, but it hit 70% and it would double open normally.
Yep.
So yeah, that's 87 mil CP.
Okay.
89, I guess, with the buffs. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to SIA.
Wait, how many frags did you say you had in that character?
That one's about 3.5k to 4k.
I wonder how many I have in
which is like pretty respectable amount for a Legion champ, I think. This character is probably about the same. I'll show this after for the stats, because that's also one of the cool things about this class. But I'm gonna go ahead and go into Gloom again. Gloom. Hopefully I don't mess this up because I don't have Jenny on this character, so sometimes I just get sniped. And it's really, really grief, and it's just embarrassing to be honest. But
yeah, fair enough.
50 mil, 50.7. Okay, this is what I'm working with.
Okay.
No fams.
No fams.
Practice mode. Yep. So 50.7.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, we do have to wait the 1 minute, but I feel like this is the only way to really showcase how good the burst is, or how good the damage is.
All good.
You'll hear a lot of SIA players who like pick up as mules. They're like, oh, like I just soloed H-Lot at like 15 mil CP when like my 25 mil CP like mule couldn't. Like it's a very common story we hear all the time. We don't actually have the exact numbers yet, like how different it is, but it's like it's just this the base scale of this class is just so ridiculously good.
Yeah. I know. I heard just like unlocking your mastery, since it's just one, is like crazy amount of FG.
The strongest M1 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the class.
It's at 70%.
Yeah, I'm already like way above my lightning. It's not even close. Look at this. It's like not even close. I know we have Jenny like to extend this part of the burst that I had to do for ice lightning.
Yeah.
Like it's legitimately not even close. And it's 50.7. Yeah, it's like it's not even just like a 35 mil differential. It's the fact that it's like over like 60, 70, 80% CP difference. It's so big.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is SIA. We are the strongest low Hexa class. Our M1 is 20 plus FD. We are the strongest M1 in the game. But we can go into more details after.
Yeah,
I think that's just like I think in terms of like coolness of the class, like everyone plays an MMO to do damage. This class does damage.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I would say the second part of the cool part of this class is we have this. So if you'll notice, we have stuff like extra item drop. We have meso drop. This is not even max too. This is only like halfway. Like we have so much extra base stats that are just like not reflected on just pure damage.
Okay.
And like it's just like one of the cool unique parts of this class is that we have something like Erdalink. Every other class you just level 1 through 30.
Yeah.
But because Erdalink, like it looks complicated, it's basically just PoE on like in at home Walmart version, great value brand.
Yeah.
But like we have like a lot of like these kind of summon duration. Like I'm not even done with like stuff like this item drop meso. We have bonus EXP in some of them. We have like built-in relentless node, which is reduced cooldown. Like there's just a lot of other stuff, and as they develop the class, like we might continue to get more.
Uh-huh.
So stuff like this is like an intangible value to a class that's not just damage. So I mean, drop rate alone, like everyone wants drop rate. Like we have a higher base than most people. But yeah, I think that's the two coolest parts about SIA. Just we're a busted class, and then we have an Erdalink.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that is pretty cool. So you can get away with investing like really low frags because it's like crazy value really early on, but you also get like a lot of value from all of those stats from investing a lot.
I will say one of the biggest gripes we commonly hear is that because we don't have M2, M3, M4, and we're non-KMS, some people are just like, oh, we never know when we're gonna get developed. We never know when we'll get this. But the math that we've recently done in the SIA Accord is that our max Hexa, which is like everything max, like 30k frags invested in a character, right? Most characters get between, I would say, like 85 to 100 FD from their Hexa system. Our initial math was like 55 to 60, but it was not done like correctly. We actually get about 75 FD, so we're only like, like 10 to 25 FD short. But then you account the fact that our base class is just like 20, 30 FD higher. Like we are right there, despite the fact that we don't have M2, M3, M4, which is like the biggest thing that makes people not want to play this class.
Yeah.
But our class is strong. Like even at max frags, we're not that far behind.
All right. Damn. All right. Well, yeah, okay, before we start talking about the class, let's talk about what your history is like as a Maplestory player.
Sure. I've been playing this game kind of on and off, I think. I think the biggest part was like post Big Bang boomer moment. I played when like Mercedes was first released. I think at the time, like it was just like Maple was just like a very social game. I think for most people that's just like still the case. I only came back to Reboot after I quit World of Warcraft. I was rating pretty high end in that game. And then one of my buddies who also quit at the time was just playing Maplestory on the side, and then eventually got me in. And this game just kind of scratches the itch of like big numbers go burr. So
yeah, for sure.
So like that's kind of where I'm at. I am currently an endgame bishop, although I'm probably gonna fall off soon because Baldrix requires you to grind to 295, and I just don't want to grind like 2,000 hours for one piece of content.
Yeah,
it's just not something I enjoy. But I have cleared H Limbo, X Kalos, H Calling all when it was like current content. Like maybe not the first wave, but definitely like like up there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where I'm at in Maple.
Okay, and you're just like full committed to main swapping SIA.
Yeah, I want to showcase SIA. I want to push it all the way to the end game. I want to push it to like where we get the first clears. I want to be like represent the class on the board when new content comes out. Like I think it's cool to have like an end gamer that represents the class like WoW, or like it looks cool. Like you want to see what the class is capable of.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like you need players that do that, and I enjoy the game a lot in that aspect. So
yeah,
I think it'd be cool to push the class.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, like I did something similar, right? I came to the game so late, and then I ended up just committing to like a new class that no one had already at like 290 plus. So I get it. I get it. I'm right there with
No,
you.
100%.
Okay, well, let's start this showcase off then.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your burst first.
Okay, so this is just the ranking, right?
Yeah, I mean, like let's go through it.
Oh,
like,
sure. Do
yeah,
you want me
just
to do the skills now, or?
yeah. I mean, you can talk about skills and stuff now. You can talk about whatever. We can just talk about your damage in general, and then
yeah, sure.
specifically the burst
So,
afterwards.
one of the biggest things they marketed this class was that we would be a combo class or like a sequencing class, where like you have to do like kind of like a fighting game, where you have to do like a series of like forward inputs, and then you could do like a cool big move. But then they decided to give us, so it's the case like that in ApoM. ApoM still has to do that. But then they decided to give us Shine, which is, if I can find it, this button. It basically just says, hey, every button you press is automatically comboed. So then the moment we see this button, you're just like, okay, we don't need a combo anymore. There's no combo in this class. We are literally just a press 1 through 9 class, and that's it. And it makes it quite nice. If you were to quiz me on like how to combo which button, I couldn't tell you. I memorized it when we first launched because I thought like that it was necessary, but like I could not tell you. I only know like the ones that need to be happening, like our summon, our lizard, and then like I think maybe like Vega if you want to like min max in a boss. Otherwise, don't know this. I don't know it. No SIA knows it. Unnecessary.
Okay.
So then in that case, we are a summon based class. All our skills, fortunately or unfortunately, for certain bosses, it might be a problem. But we need bosses to be relatively stationary. Our main two damages are actually, I'll just go to Dojo. I'll just do it there. So our main, all right, let me turn up the opacity too. So we have two summons. We have this, our Wolf or Sirius. And then we have our Anchor. And these are our two main, like, this is our off-burst skills. And they just, like, see, they're just stationary. They do have a large hitbox. So, like, even if Saren dashes, like, from corner, it will still hit. But if you have a boss like Kalos, for example, and you're trying to chip, and someone teleports in far right, you're just bricked. Like, it has to stay pretty close. Then our, like, we have, like, a dump skill, which is our Rabbit, our Antares, and that is also stationary. Like, the boss basically just has to stay during our burst, and our burst is about 30 seconds-ish.
Yep.
So during the 30-second time, if the boss moves, it's a little rough for us.
Okay.
Then, yeah, everything else I think is just kind of press on cooldown. We have a lot. I will say probably one of like the small L's of this class is even after sequencing, we have so many buttons to press. Still a lot of
buttons to press, yeah.
We have still 11 buttons to press. And if you remember, like, if you ever play like Bowmaster or Marksman, who are notoriously high mount before sequence, like, we are right there still. Like, we have to press 11 buttons for our burst, and it could be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like trying to min-max the bind, which we can go into later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a lot, and you need the boss to be stationary.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much our burst. It's just basically drop everything, drop all the summons. We have an hourglass that's kind of like an explosion. That kind of like you feed into it by comboing, but then because of Shine, you don't have to combo. So you basically just press this, press Shine, press this, and then you just dump everything. Yeah. And then it just all explodes, and that's the burst.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to summon in something and then just show off the burst? So
Sure.
We can just see it.
We can do that. I guess level doesn't matter. Just do like 286. 80. Limited. Production. Summon. Alright.
And you're 2 minutes, right?
I am. We are solidly a 2-minute class. Yeah. We can talk about the Oz rings. It's actually kind of complicated.
Okay.
But also gets thrown out the window the moment 2-minute chain comes, so kind of unnecessary.
Fair enough.
Just switch back to gear. Alright. So before you start every boss, we do have to prep our lizard because pressing boom just sucks. So most people, you just summon your lizard,
Yep.
and that's our little summon, quote unquote. And then you do shine, sequence, hourglass, wolf, anchor, roar, and then origin. So you want to drop everything before you press origin, and then you backload explode the hourglass, and that's our biggest burst. And then I forgot to drop rabbit stacks too. But that's basically the burst. And then after that, after you drop everything, that's it. You just press filler until this is all over. And then on your 30 seconds, you would press. You have two 30-second upkeep buttons. You would just press, and then around the time the second part of Vega expires, we would do a ring swap. So around less than 10 seconds of shine, you would ring swap. Currently I'm doing a stat ring, but we have a really strong off burst.
Okay.
So I'll swap, and then shine's back up, and then you just go on off of shine again. So I'll shine, then you press mini burst, Sisir's back up, anchor, and you just repeat, and then you dump all your stacks again, and that's it. Every minute you get to do this. And then you just constantly ring swap 10 seconds less of shine, and that's the class.
Okay.
And then you would do lizard when you feel like it. I do usually do at the end of shine, and that's it. That's the burst.
Okay. Someone's asking about pole.
Okay, yeah. So if you have a perfectly stationary boss that never moves, aka a dummy or lucid P1, if you press pull perfectly on cooldown, it is a 0.5 to 1 FD increase.
Okay.
I will tell you now, unreasonable.
Okay.
The moment the boss moves, you lost damage.
Yeah.
You're better off just pressing another ray. So currently, we don't recommend you actually pressing pull. And then also, you have to spec into this hyper skill, which basically gives you 2+ extra seconds of pull duration.
Okay.
So it lasts longer, so that you can have 100% uptime. But then you have to give up 10% damage on your constellations. I think there's like two schools of thought. Basically, my recommendation is just don't even bother until they buff it, or they give us like M2, M3, M4 with pull. Then you're forced to press it, and they just relearn.
Okay.
But some people do like just learning the muscle memory of it, and then you just press it on cooldown. But I can tell you, like, if the boss moves, you're so sad. This thing is like, it's so small. The hitbox is tiny. It is. I would just remove it from your bar. I won't lie. I never press it.
Okay, interesting. So you have a bunch of skills that are 30 seconds that you kind of just press off cooldown.
Yeah, so we have two 30s that you press on cooldown. You are supposed to technically press your 40 on cooldown. It is actually a damage increase to do so.
Okay.
There's actually something cool that I don't have. Honestly, I'm supposed to, but I've just kind of been like not optimally leveling my Erdalink.
Okay.
Our shine boost actually increases the duration of the shine, which removes comboing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you increases around level 9, you can cover both your 30 seconds and your Izar underneath the shine. So they're comboed. Right now, if you're pressing on 30 seconds without the increase, so it actually is a substantial damage increase. I think it comes out to about like, I want to say like 3 or 4 FD. If you can wrap both of these, all of these inside increased duration shine. Mm-hmm. I just don't have it because I just kind of been brute forcing burst by maxing out my hourglass burst.
Okay.
But this is something that like eventually you will have like if you invest more into this class.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then you have do you have mini burst as well?
Yeah, so our mini burst is just our 1 minute. Mm-hmm. So the mini burst was just I just do it again. So shine is always up every minute, and then it's just our wolf anchor, and then Izar is the really loud sound that just like okay, and then the like kind of like our marks.
Yeah.
Then we have a Lord of the Deep skill, and then another Lord of the Deep skill, basically. Like a kind of like passive, like a just have to be around the area damage skill.
Okay.
One cool thing about the class is we can CD skip. The biggest one is this skill called Izar. It just basically throws out 5 blades. If you can CD skip this multiple times, they stack. You can have up to like 15 to 20 blades at a time, and it just goes crazy. And it's actually a pretty big damage boost.
Okay.
So like for culvert min max or like embossing, you get it up. It's pretty sweet to get this reset. But yeah, 1 minute class with a good 2 minute burst is what we are.
Okay. Okay. So what's your ranking of your burst overall?
I think, okay, should I account the fact that at low hexa we are just the best? I wasn't really sure how to answer this. Do you want me to like approach it as if like 30k frags on every single class interview you've ever done and rank it like that? Or do you want me to rank it like what do you...
That's a really hard question for me to answer, bro. Like no one has specified before. It's kind of just...
I think at endgame with max frags compared to every other class, our burst is probably A.
Okay.
I think at low hexa we are triple S, no questions asked.
Okay.
Currently. So for Legion championing, second maining, even just a good boss meal, even if you want to like main swap and you don't really like see yourself getting 30k frags, like this class is just phenomenally great.
Yeah.
Our burst is very, 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 very chunky. You saw it in like the Gloom showcase. Like I got most of my damage basically off in the first like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Whereas the Ice Lightning still had to like chip a little more and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are very, very bursty.
Okay.
So I would probably say A.
Yeah.
I think if you just account everything all together.
Yeah, let's like overall give the rankings like a end game ranking, and then we can talk about, I guess, like how good and how efficient it is for frags and like early hexa or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
In that later section as well.
I would say our burst is A.
Okay.
I will say the only small negative is our origin kind of sucks. I think ours is like Lin tier.
Okay.
Where it's just basically a glorified bind, but it is something. But it's not that relevant to the rest of the fact that our 2 minute burst is just really, really strong. And then we get even stronger when we get the 2 minute roar changes.
Yeah.
So we can roar every burst.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's talk about your DPM then. So what's going on in between burst cycles?
So we have a pretty strong off burst. We are a very CD based class though. If you're talking about like no cooldowns going and I just press an attack, our like upkeep damage is actually very poor.
Okay.
That's why we are actually a quad ring swap class currently. But again, it changes all changes the moment we get the 2 minute Oz change. But I guess like for off burst, are you just counting not main burst? So just the off burst, right? Like like a Shad's like 90 seconds is their off burst, for example. I would say we're still A.
Okay.
It's still very, very strong. The fact that basically like we are like it's very noticeable in bosses. Like every minute you're basically bursting.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's like a solid.
So like
classes, it's like
so like outside of your like 2 minute and 1 minute burst sequences and like all the summons and whatever that you're putting down at the same time, what else is going on? Like what else are you doing after?
I mean, outside of the 1 minute, there's also the 30 seconds. Like we're basically always having damage going.
Okay.
There's only that small 10 to 15 second window before the next shine comes up where we just do nothing.
Okay.
And that's the perfect time to do a ring swap for the next burst.
Okay. And you're just spamming that one skill.
Yeah, so this is just our filler. It's just this. If there's no cooldowns going, this is the only button.
Okay.
But then everything else is on such short cooldown.
What about your little lizard guy? Do you try to keep 100% uptime on that, or do you just summon him before burst?
I usually summon it at the end of shine. So basically, after I dump everything, so like if I just like do 1 minute right now, if I just like finish, so I just finished dumping everything. That's our mini burst. I would say like I would just look at like shine towards the end of it. I would just try to press it. I don't think you maintain 100% uptime because you kind of just want to press it inside shine. So it's he's probably like only up like 32 seconds out of like the 60 seconds. because you'll never press boom to manually summon unless you have no target. If there's like an intermission, like before Kalos, like Kalos test, for example,
Okay.
you can summon him, but you never press boom inside a fight. So you basically just press it at the end of Shine when you have nothing else to do.
Okay.
He is better than pressing one Ray.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's so cute. He just headbutts.
It's a cute sound too.
Oh, yeah, he's adorable.
Okay, so you pretty much you summon him, like you combo summon him at the beginning, like pre going into the fight or pre burst or whatever.
Yeah.
But then otherwise, you're mostly just pressing him, like doing the manual summon of him, inside of your Shine window.
Yeah, you still want to like make it so you skip the comboing step. I think, you probably could get him 100% uptime. I'm not really sure how important he is, to be honest, in a BA. He's very low. So sometimes if I don't remember to summon him and I'd rather just get my burst off without delaying anything, then I would do that over making sure he's 100% uptime. But I do always make sure I summon him at the end of my Shine.
Okay.
The BA in general for him is pretty low, honestly. It's kind of just like any other summon in this game where it's just like, it's nice to have, but you're not going to prioritize it over everything else.
Okay.
Is where our lizard is.
All right, not bad. Okay, let's move on and talk about your mobility then. So, what you got going on that's cool, you know, teleporting around the map and stuff.
Yeah, sure. I think I did watch some of the other mages just because we're all in the same boat. To be honest, I'm just a glorified fourth explorer. I'm an explorer mage. TP by itself, love it or hate it, it's one of the best bossing mechanics in the game. Being able to teleport up and down Kalos, for example, makes it so I can attack and dodge and never have to like drop uptime. Okay. Same with Lotus. Whereas like flash jump classes, like you're just gonna have to lose that uptime. TP just makes it so it's a snappy dodge.
Yep.
So it's like very, very clean, very like very, very beneficial, especially when you're learning this game. Mm-hmm. But beyond TP, we do have a float. Just like the Explorer mages, ours is a little different. But the float itself does make it so we can spam an up jump float, which I think is pretty relevant for mobility and survivability, especially a boss again like Kalos or Lotus, where up jumping just breaks the boss for dodging, and the ability to just float for a long time is like kind of nice. And then you can also chain, blink into float.
Yeah.
So you can stay up there a pretty long time.
Okay.
We do have a cute little like momentum float that Explorer mages can't do. The only time I find this kind of relevant is Black Mage. If there's like a bad positioning for him, or if rolling's coming and you go left on the boss to dodge, you can just float past it like this and then drop down.
Okay.
That's the only time I find this momentum float relevant. Other than that, I think I agree with all of my other Explorer brethren that we are solidly B just because of TP.
Yeah. Fair enough.
TP is just so good. At certain bosses, it just breaks the boss. Whereas Flash Jump, you're just gonna get caught. Yeah. Hilla is a good example of an early game one where TP is just superior to Flash Jump.
And you have no like skills that'll like stall you in the air or anything like that, right? It's just a float.
No.
Okay.
No, we do not have anything else that stalls us in the game.
Okay. How many skills can you cast while airborne?
Oh, buddy. Why you have to hurt me?
Yeah,
absolutely none.
I was gonna say I don't.
We are a sitting duck in the air. We have nothing. There. Okay. I think you might be able to cast buffs.
I was just making sure because that was my biggest complaint about the class, but like I don't know if there were like summons or like anything else that you could. No,
there is nothing relevant that you're not trying to be cheeky about, or I'm trying to like lie to you about.
Yeah,
we can't do. If we're in the air, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are locked in that way. Why they don't let us like boom, which is the big bang.
Yeah.
From like bishops. Why they don't let us do that in the air, I don't really know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It would be so nice, but no, we can't do it.
That'd be a huge game changer.
Unfortunately. Oh, it would be, yeah. If there's moments where like you're holding up jump blink, like you could probably just like summon your lizard like in the air.
Yeah.
Because it's just not wasted input, but we don't have anything that's relevant at all. Yep, that does suck for us. That is probably one of the biggest L's. That common complaint.
Just checking. I wasn't trying to like rub salt in the wound. I just,
No.
just checking.
It's a common thing that gets brought up with this class.
Okay, so what about survivability? So what kind of stuff do you have in your kit that's going to allow you to stand in places that you maybe wouldn't otherwise want to be standing in?
I won't lie, not much.
Okay.
We are kind of squishy in that regard. We do have an iframe that's pretty strong. It's a 2-second iframe, 3 seconds inside Shine, or if you combo it, or if you activate it with Link, which is a combo. And then you also get a 20% damage reduction afterwards for a chip, or like if you heal the full, you can survive another one hit.
Okay.
It is actually very, very good. The only downside is it's on a 90-second cooldown, so it's very long.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we don't really have relevant self-healing. Some people will use I have it unbound, I won't lie, but because I just fountain camp at this point, it is just better.
Yeah.
But Link does heal 10%, which might matter in bosses like Lotus, for example, where there's just a lot of chip, and the 10% might matter. But other than that, like, this class is just we like, if there's a fountain dropped in a boss, like, I'm on there. Like, I'm not moving from the spot. Like, this spot is like, we need to be there. And then we have E-Form, like all other mages, which is actually really, really, really strong. It's a pseudo iframe in most use cases. So if you pair the two with 60 seconds and 90 seconds, like, we do have options. Like, options are there, and then we also are a TP class. But beyond that, like, if you're just saying like, oh, like, my pants are caught down, there's like 15 mechanics coming at me, like, I have one iframe and I have an E-Form. If I have nothing else, if those are both used, well, I'm just dead.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no outplay. So in terms of survivability, I gotta give it also a B.
Okay.
We are not the best. We have no overshield. We have no healing. We have no like spammable iframes. We have no low CD iframes. Like, we have one good iframe, which is better than most. I won't lie. Yeah. But that's basically the extent of the survivability of this class. We are a little squishy.
Okay. Fair enough. Simple. All right. Let's talk about your damage rotation again. So now that we have like a slightly better understanding of I guess what a lot of the stuff in your kit does, do you want to just like maybe real quick go through like the full sequencing of every button you press in what order on your burst, just so anyone who's watching who's like maybe confused about like, you know, what to summon or what not to summon or whatever, or what order you like prioritize things as well.
Okay, so there's actually some nuance in this class of like how people like to play this class. If you'll notice, all my skills are locked. It just means they can't be comboed. So that means like if I press like I won't randomly just like, if I want to go heal, then I'll just combo something that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
The most relevant for this is the fact that I have Hourglass locked. So Hourglass is our big burst. You must have this out with a combo in order to do maximum damage, and then on top of that, you need to have this out, and then you need to quote unquote combo, press all these buttons inside Shine in order to charge it, and once it's charged, then you can explode it, and that's the big part of our burst. Yeah. So what some people do, if you want to reduce the input by 1, is that if you don't lock it, hold on, I just totally know where the skill is. I definitely, okay, here we go. So if you have it unlocked, so if you notice this combo meter, it needs to be empty to.
How did you just empty it?
It needs to have the correct. Okay, so if you do down plus ray, sorry, that's probably relevant. So if I have like this and like, oh, I'm about to like start my burst, and
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. So down plus ray automatically clears it, but then you're adding that sequence always. Then if you press Shine, it automatically casts the Hourglass. Because there's nothing in here, right? So if I just press it now, so it'll cast it. Yep. So that reduces your input by 1. But if you're ever in a boss and you're just attacking your filler and you don't clear this and you press your Shine, then this is not going to go off. Yep. Right? Because the combo's not right. The combo has to be just 1 Shine. Whereas I have like 3 rays plus 1 Shine. Then if it doesn't go off and you don't notice, and then you proceed to press the rest of your burst. then you're not charging it. Then you go back like, oh, I forgot to press it. It's already too late. You just bricked your burst. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't charge it. So I highly recommend people just lock it and then just press it manually.
Yep.
To make sure it's out. But it does also suffer from the Jenny issue, where if you press it too fast or hold it down, it will double explode, which is really annoying.
Okay.
So that's the other argument for why people don't like pressing it manually and then just having it press with shine.
Yep.
So that's like kind of the nuance. I personally just like it. I just tap it like Jenny and then just make sure I don't double explode it.
Yep.
But I have double exploded before inside bosses, so it is a very real thing that happens. But yeah, then going off the rest of the bursts, so the sequence, there's a lot of buttons. So you always have to start with Shine. Shine removes all comboing.
Mm-hmm.
Shine makes it so any if you'll notice the text underneath, there's Stellagram Fusion.
Yeah,
on
in orange.
all of our skills. Yeah, in the orange. And that means if it gets comboed, it does this additional effect.
Yep.
And so Shine removes comboing, so it makes it so it always does the orange effect of every button you press. So it is very important you always start with Shine before you even press your sequence, because we have skills in here that also have the orange text that require to be comboed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But then, so if you start with Shine, and then our sequence is, this is just Epic Adventure, Goddess. This is our big FD burst. This was formerly a support skill. They took it away from us.
Okay.
This used to give like in Maple M.
Yep.
This gave party members FD.
Okay.
And then they just decide, hey, we don't need more supports in this game. You're gonna break the game. So they took it away and just made it only a self-applied debuff. But it is a big part. It is just straight FD. Then this skill just adds hits, gives us boss damage, another part of our cooldowns. Then we have 3 of our 1 minute buttons. 30 attack, 30 IED. This is just like a kind of like a final attack that like it's like a mini luminous hit or like chain lightning. It's just extra damage.
Okay.
Then crit damage and then AB. So that's the sequence.
Okay.
And then after that, you go Shine, sequence, then you drop your Hourglass.
Yep.
So then Hourglass starts, I think it's 20 seconds, and then you dump all your summons. So I go Wolf, Anchor, then Izar, which is the blades, the Mark's blades.
Yep.
Vega, which is kind of like our mini Lord of the Deep, which is just like a aura damage. And then Formal, which is it's just another like Mark skill. So you press all of this, then that charges your Hourglass, and then you have to explode your Hourglass early if you want to fit inside Roar.
Got it.
Yeah. So I can show you. Well, let me just make sure I swap it back. So I can just show you all of it at once, and then obviously, if you can, summon our cute little Algol before.
Yep.
Before you start. So this would be Shine, Sequence, Hourglass, Wolf, Anchor, Izar, Vega, from home. And then if you see this Hourglass right here, this big one, and then you see the one above my character, it means the Hourglass is charged. So then once you see that above your head, it means it's fully charged with full max FD, and then you just pop it.
So what's the stipulation of charging it?
It basically gets increased final damage based on number of constellation skills you use. So everything we have, all these buttons are all constellation skills. So you basically have to press an X number. I think it's 4. So technically, if you did miss, you could press it, then drop all your rabbit stacks, and it would still charge. But it's just better just to have it ahead of time.
Yep.
It's just also a timing for Roar. You want to basically have this, like start the charge, drop everything, then press your Roar, so all your summons are out, doing like as much damage as you can. Then you explode the Hourglass into Origin. You do want to Greed Bind in this class, which kind of sucks in certain bosses. So like if I zone into Dark now, like you're probably gonna have to dodge the first attack because it just takes so long to set up, and you do not want to bind before Origin. It's pretty bad.
Okay.
Because you want the boss to not move. So you want if you have to bind first, then origin, then you're missing your origin inside roar.
Yeah. Okay.
So you kind of have to greed the initial burst always if there's no setup. That's usually when I use iframe to dodge the first hit. But yeah, that would be the rotation, and then after that you just do your 1 minute. It really is just a press 1 through 9 in a specific order.
Yep.
Otherwise, it really is not a hard class. Like the class is pretty easy. It's just a lot of buttons.
Yeah. It just looks scary, but it's not actually that scary.
Yeah. No, for sure it looks daunting just because it looks like it's a combo class. It's not at all. I, again, don't know any combos. If you pop quiz me right now, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'd fail.
Yeah. Okay, so if I had to ask you to give me a ranking in like your biased opinion on basically how much fun you have playing the class, just because of the way that it's like its kit works and everything meshes together. Yeah, just like rank its
I think
rank
I'm
its
super
rotation.
biased.
Yeah.
I think it's A. I think the class is super fun. I think in this game, I don't know, like, for, I guess, the general consensus, but I've always enjoyed, like, not waiting on cooldowns and feel like I don't do anything outside of cooldowns. For some class like Night Lord, it's just terrible. It feels terrible.
Yeah.
I like being kind of proactive. I like the way my skills look. It looks sick, and I can just do that every minute. And like, it feels like I'm bursting constantly. Even if the damage numbers are not tuned the way it is, like I feel like I am doing damage, which is like kind of important. Like it's having that feedback that like, hey, like I'm doing damage. And so I like this class a lot. I think the rotation's easy. I think the class like innately is so strong, and I think the burst is pretty easy to execute once you get it. Yeah, I would definitely put it A.
Okay.
For rotation.
Well, that kind of moves me into my next question as well, because I was going to talk about what you think about the difficulty overall of the class next. Maybe before you like give me a full overview ranking of how difficult you think it is, what do you think is, even if you don't think it's particularly hard, what do you think is some of the hardest stuff, whether it's one thing, two things, whatever, for like a new player to pick up when they first are trying to learn how to play SIA?
Yeah, I think the relevant part is it is a lot of buttons. I think it's very daunting to remember to press all those buttons because you also have to press them in a specific order. It's not like I could just like roll my face on the keyboard and whichever button presses, right? Like you have to press it in an order, or else you are like hurting your damage or hurting your gameplay. And then on top of that, like I will say, because it's a summon based class, like you do have to learn boss patterns to not make, like, for example, like if you're in Lucid P2, for example, like you're not gonna just drop your sub and hope she flies into you. Like you kind of have to set it up in a way where like maybe she just did laser, you set up all your summons on top of her, then you bind, then you burst. So like it's not like super intuitive. You can't just like roll your face and be done, right? So like I think for me, like I would say for a new player, difficulty wise, like I would like put it down.
Yeah.
Just because you do have to learn boss patterns to be able to execute the class because we're summon based.
Yep.
But that being said, like it is just 1 through 9. It really is just straight up. Once you learn it, it's press 1 through 9, and that's it. And you do that every minute, constantly. So it is in that respect, I think, easy. I do think TP is also better for new players because it's just so snappy. But that's also a kind of a biased take because I love TP, and I know there are a lot of people that just absolutely abhor TP, like abhor it. So like, I can understand like they just prefer a faster flash jump. I just think for new players, it's just easier to learn that way. A lot of mechanics get broken through TP. For example, like Lucid, the sickles that fly out. Like, what are you gonna do as a TP? You're gonna up jump and then go over it. Like TP, you just go through it. You're done. Right? Like it breaks a lot of mechanics in this game and makes streamlines like learning bosses. So I think if I were to answer difficulty, is that like lowest is easiest and higher? What's the direction?
Yeah, exactly. So like S is hard, D is easy.
I guess like I would have to probably put a B. I feel like I think if you're like a player that has played this game, like this class is just easy. Like there's no qualm about it. But if you're just a new player, you've never picked up this game before, you look at it, see it looks cool. I think B is probably solidly there just because you do have to learn boss patterns to be able to really execute, and it can get frustrating if you don't learn the patterns, like Lucid P2 or Dark Nail, where it just teleports away. Then you're just like, okay, I just spent all my bursts in this corner, and the boss is not even there anymore.
Yeah.
So that I could definitely see that frustration.
Okay.
So I think B.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, so let's talk about what kind of party support you have.
Oh yeah, I love talking about this one. So we have an FD skill.
Okay.
In Maple M.
Oh.
It's not here anymore. Oh, we would be so broken. Oh my word, we would be so broken if they gave it to us.
Yeah.
The only support we have, which is actually criminally underrated in this game, like in all levels of gameplay, because it just doesn't ever really get talked about until it breaks a fight, is Bind Extender. We do have a 13-second bind in this game. It's right here for us. So we do have 13 seconds. We are one of 5 classes that has this. Technically one of 4, unless you count Moshuan. That one's a little fake, I won't lie. But one of 5 that have a bind extender. So you have Zero, Kana, Ice Lightning, Sia, and Moshuan, right? Okay. I guess technically Nightwalker, but no one does that. Don't even.
Yep.
And so it's actually really, really strong in party bossing, because it's not just 3 extra seconds of bind. It's 3 extra seconds of like confirmed damage burst. What I mean is, if you go into like a Saren, like an X Saren or an H Saren, right? If you have 6 people, someone binds the boss, you haven't even buffed yet. Like you're still scrambling to buff. So like you're probably like 4 seconds into this bind and you haven't even pressed a burst yet, right?
Yeah.
And like that's a common thing in party play because of just the way the game like doesn't really value coordination.
Yeah.
So then if you have 3 extra seconds tacked onto the end of the burst, that is 3 like full seconds of like committed burst. This is especially relevant for bosses like Kalos, where like most people's bursts are like 35 to 40 seconds. And so like I think it's actually really valuable support in that way. A boss like Limbo, we know Zero breaks that fight completely. Obviously we're not even anywhere close to that, but like extended bind is very strong.
Yeah.
With bosses that can be bound. And so that is our only contribution to the party. We have nothing else.
Is there any like stipulation on it getting extended, or it's just a 13-second bind when you press it?
It just shows 13 at the top. I don't know. Is there a damage thing on this? No. If we do another boss at some point, it just shows 13 instead of 10.
Oh.
So the count it shows the cooldown of when.
Yeah, so it just straight
again.
up is a 13-second bind.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no like combo, there's no setup, there's nothing else, and it's on a 120 second, so it's up every single one of your bursts.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Got it. I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah. It actually is like I do think it's criminally underrated. I think a boss like if people have done Saren, you'll know like the value of like extended bind, because Saren just throws so much crap at you when she's active.
Yeah.
So like keeping her bound longer is like super relevant for committing damage. Kalos, for example, people have like shown like people take Kana mules into that boss even now for the extra bind. Like it's very, very strong.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you rank your party support then?
Oh, buddy. Like it's still probably a C tier. Like does this even like is there C plus? Like I gas it up as much as I can, but like no, we don't do anything. We're selfish. We're super selfish DPS, like a lot of other classes. We give absolutely nothing. There are classes like Buck out here who are out here saying like, oh well, we give like 3 to 5 FD. Like, nah, bro, your shit is not that serious, man. But I can't say anything because we have nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
We got nothing. We have a bind extender for bosses that can be bound. Relevant in those bosses. It is sought after.
Yep.
But I think in the grand scheme of like what you consider party support, we don't really have anything.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about your this is going to be a super weird section, but let's talk about your Hexa.
Oh yeah. Can do.
I don't even know what question to ask. I'm gonna be honest. I guess show us your Erdo link. It's not even a Hexa. It's a completely different. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. It's just basically the tree system. If you play like Path of Exile, that's basically they're just ripping this.
Bro,
ripping
can
off
you
of
not
it.
zoom out? You have to
No,
be this.
I wish I could. I wish I could. It's so bad. It's so bad. And you know what's worse about this system? Like the way it's quote unquote unlocked. There's this thing called light power, which if I click on, you have to basically. Okay, hold on. Maybe I have everything unlocked, so it doesn't matter. So, for example, new player, right? You want to unlock Mastery M1 array, which you've heard is 20 FD.
Yep.
Fat button, fat upgrade. You cannot. You're not allowed to. You must first unlock this node,
Okay.
then you must unlock this node,
Yes.
so that this light power is inside the the light power, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So that you can unlock this button. So you have to invest 100 frags before you can unlock this. I don't know why they did it like this. It's actually really frustrating. But like for example, like these are not lit up because I haven't gone a node this far. So I cannot unlock any of these yet.
Got it.
Is basically what this does. Like I can't unlock this unless, so if I want to unlock this button, I have to come over here, unlock this button. Then the light power stretches so I can unlock this one. It's dumb. It's actually just like so like an intern worked on this for sure. Like for sure. Like they definitely push this off. They're like, what's the edgiest, like craziest thing you can do out there, out of the box? Like, dude, like let's cook something up. And then like the hire's like, oh, it's so new. Oh, it's so new. Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, just let us level this stuff. Like, it's unnecessary. Okay. And then here, I will tell you how, like even worse. So you're a new player. You've heard of the glorious thing that is Janus, right?
Yep.
Oh my god, it's gonna break your farming. It's gonna basically give you like this like crazy big map like coverage thing. And you're like a new player. You only have like 100 frags from the event. Heck yeah, like I'm gonna farm 25 frags when you unlock Janus, 125 frags, right? No, fuck you. Like you must unlock this one, this one, this one, and this one. So you can complete this path that some intern decided before you unlock Janus. So you have to commit 200 frags, leveling 1% EXP. Like as a new player, like wow, I really just spent 200 frags for 3% EXP and 2 normal monster damage. Like, let's be for real. Before we can get Janus, it's fucking atrocious. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it looks cool. It sounds cool. In practicality, this shit is ass. Like, this shit is ass. Like, you need a lot of frags to even get to your skills. There's a reason, like, if you go to, like, every class Discord that talks about, like, order of leveling your masteries or your Hexa,
Yeah.
they always say, like, oh, get your level 1s, because that's the biggest value, like, of the damage, because there's just 11 FD usually at level 1. No, for us at SIA Cord, we're like, no, don't get anything. In fact, like, just go around claiming these passives. Like, I am like 5k frags in. I don't have Sirius. I don't have my Wolf. I don't have Shine. I don't have like my Circle. I don't have these because it costs so many frags prerequisite to unlock the level 1 that it makes the frag efficiency dumpster. It's actually just dumpster. Okay, this system, like, you got to do a little bit of commitment to SIA. Like they really want you to be like, yeah, you better like SIA a little bit more than just 100 frags on a mule. Like,
Yeah, okay.
You gotta give us a little more than that. But all that being said, to be honest, our FD on these are not that good. Like,
Okay.
you could get by with just level 1 Antares and they just go right. Like, these are crazy good. 1% crit damage for 50 frags is insane FD.
Okay.
Like, these are crazy FD. So in terms of Hexa Importance, I don't know where you want me to put
And you
this.
don't have Hexa stat, right? Because of all of these like little passives.
Yeah, well, this is technically Hexa stat. We do have a version of it called Shinestone. Oh, here we go. Here, this is intern number 2. Intern number 2 made this system.
A completely different intern.
Yeah. They decided that, oh, how cool would it be if we took the Star Force system where you could lose gains and like lose gains every event, and we put it into the Erda frag system. Fantastic. So if I at level 10 plus, so you see like I only have level 10s because that's when like this is essentially the 16 star of Star Force, okay, quote unquote. If I want to take this to 22 stars, okay, I have to basically level this, and there's not even a percentage chance. They don't even tell you. Like they are literally like fucking you in the back and not even telling you how hard they're doing it, okay? We had a reg server player who tried going for 16 for level 16, which is like kind of like the soft cap, probably essentially the equivalent of like level 7, level 8 hexastat. Several thousand frags basically. They had to spend 45 bill. 45 bill per stone to get to that quote unquote soft cap. And we will have to do this as our min-max hexastat endgame. Yeah. Intern number 2 made this system. It is ass. It is a lot of stats though. I'll say that, but yeah, it's not gonna be pleasant. Like the fact that you can fail and drop this rank back down to like level 9, like it's actually just crazy. They decided like, yeah, we like the Star Force system so much. Let's do it for Erdelink. And that is our hexastat. Yep.
Okay.
But we do get a lot of stats, so I guess that's the upside. It is a lot of stats.
Yeah. If you can afford it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think there's any rebooter like no one's gotten to that point where we're leveling this to like 15, 16, like the soft cap.
Yeah.
But we have seen reg servers see us go for it, and it is expensive.
So they can't go down before 10.
At level 9. Level 9 is like the 15 star where
okay,
it's like
got it.
locked in. Then level 10 is like the 16 star where it's like, oh, you're not really risking anything by just going up 1.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's just free game. And there's no 20 star to lock you in anymore. It's just you hit it or you don't. Yeah. And you can literally just spend like 1,000, 2,000 frags, 50 bill later and probably lose. You can lose gains. Like there's no bad luck protection in the system at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't know what the chances of it even succeeding are. Has anyone done the math or like the simulations?
I think there are. I don't know it off the top of my head. I think there's like speculation. It's like I think actually no. I'm not gonna like misinfo. I don't actually know exactly like the 6 chance. Okay. It's not high. It's really, really not high.
Okay, valid crash out, honestly. This sounds like a garbage system.
No, it's not. Like the upside is the fact that we do get extra stats that no class ever gets. So it is kind of cool in that regard. It's just the implementation of it is so needlessly complicated just to be different. That's how it feels like. It just feels like they wanted to be different. And so they just made this up. Someone played PoE 2 on launch over the weekend and was like, yo, let's do a PoE tree. Heck yeah. And this is what we got.
So can you talk about the I have to assume, like looking at this and based on what you've talked about, there's got to be some like fragment investment breakpoints where like, because really early investment is super, super, super good value, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Like your first, whatever, 200 frags you spend or something like that. And then I assume it maybe like goes down a little bit while you're trying to build out to these sections that are, again, like going to become good value.
Okay, so we had someone recently redo the math entirely to give you that 75 FD for max hexa. Yeah. Whereas the initial was like 50 to 60. I don't actually know what... I haven't looked at it personally, so I don't know off the top of my head. But the first like 1 to 2k frags is probably more, or maybe like 2k frags is probably like a good like 40 to 50% of all the FD you'll ever get. Okay. Out of like the 30k frags, it like our initial hexa gain is a lot. Like this alone, 20 FD, is like 20 of the 75 FD from just unlocking one M1 is like so high. Yeah. Like this is the equivalent of most classes like M1 plus M2 together. Yeah. Right. And then like our hourglass skill plus like all these 1% crit damage for 50 frags. Then we have like these 8% boss damage, 7% boss, so 15% boss from 100 frags. Like this efficiency is really, really, really high. Okay. Plus Shinestone up to 10 is a lot of damage for how it is very cheap. It's very cheap to get the 10. Okay. Like as much as I crashed out about 15,
Yeah.
like up to 10 is maybe like this is maybe like 100, 150 frags.
Okay.
It's very low compared to Hexa stat, like from a normal class, and it's very easy to unlock these. So like all of the, like you unlock these 4, you unlock like maybe level 5 each, like 10 and 10, so you get the level 10 breakpoint. You get like these boss damage, 1% crit damage. Like then we have like stuff like another 10% boss here, flat 1,000 in. Like there's a lot scattered around where the bulk of the FD in the first like 3 to 5k frags is very, 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 very efficient.
Okay.
And that's why I say like we are one of the best, if like the best low Hexa class in the game.
Yeah.
Because the bulk of our FD is all on these raw stats and our level 1 Ray and then like our Hourglass.
Yeah. Okay, so rank the dude. I'm gonna keep calling it Hexa Importance, even though it's not even called Hexa.
That's fine. I'm not gonna nitpick.
Yeah. Rank the Hexa Importance in terms of like how much power gain you get for minimal investment.
Oh, I think we're S tier.
Okay.
I think I know for a fact the M1 versus other classes were the best.
Yeah.
I don't know like the first like 2 to 3k frags compared to other classes, because there are classes that are busted too.
Yeah.
Like Demon Slayer, for example. Like a lot of their level 1s are just so broken.
Yep.
But I don't actually know like where it is. But for low frag investment, like 2k, like you level your SIA to 275 for a Legion champ, you get about maybe 2 to 3k frags. Like you are getting a big bulk of your FD.
Yeah.
Like efficiently.
Yeah.
For that, and that also contributes to why at low Hexa like our class is so good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean that. Damn. That one that might go down in history as the biggest crash out we've had in the entire interview series.
Oh, buddy, I'm glad I could deliver.
But honestly, like valid, just incredibly valid.
I mean,
crash
it's
out.
just like when you interact with a system, like I think in most MMOs and games, you're like, hey, like I can understand
terrible,
why they
bro.
designed this way, right? Like I can see like, oh, why this was done this way.
This shit is ass.
There's no, it is so ass. Like it just doesn't make sense to be like, new player, hey, every other class, Janice at 125 frags. Us, you gotta do 325 because hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like for what reason? We didn't need to.
Yeah.
If they just shifted this in the front, fine. I'd be fine. But it's just so unnecessary. Like for no reason.
Yep.
And it does throw the
Very
math
far.
for all the FD efficiency for frags.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, let's talk about your farming. So what's it like farming on SIA?
Yeah. We are okay. We are
Specifically, like maybe like without Janice at first, since Janice is like kind of hard to unlock as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, I farmed a lot before Janice because we were broken on release.
Okay.
So let's just like simple granted. Say you just got a character 260. We're not that good. I will say it's not great. We wrote I need to go on farming, so 1 second. So we are not that great. We do have some cute things, but a map like this, for example, if you our salamander is not the brightest in this world. I'll show you now. He kind of just decides an area of where he wants to attack, and then he might clear and he might not clear.
Okay.
He kind of just picks.
Okay.
And so that is our quote unquote summon. And so a lot of our early farming is just like old, like pre Janice farming, where you kind of have to be semi-active. You kind of just do a little L rotation here.
Yep.
And you just hope the salamander clears the rest of it. And that's probably the case for any like map. If you go to like we can't go to the good maps, I guess is a better way to put it, because we don't have a second summon, nor do we have like big perma 100% uptime coverage. But we do have decent. I guess let me think about. I kind of sped through these levels really fast. I was like 275 by like day 4 or something. So
Damn.
I won't lie. A lot of these are not. I don't actually have rotation. So I'm gonna just do like. I think our first like great map. Is it okay if I just show the Janice, or do you want me to like do non-Janice?
Yeah. Put Janice on. Put Janice on.
Okay. So there's like. So depending on. Okay. Summer. Summer's probably our first like fantastic map.
Turn off your procs too. Save that shit.
Oh my word, good comms.
Yeah.
Where is not you? You okay? So with Janus 10, we can. This is the first like good map that we can. Really, oh wait. This is not the right map. I'm supposed to be in Summer 5. Smart. You have to wait for Janus again, but
You have to turn your procs off again.
Oh my god! Every time. Holy shit! Good comms.
Yep.
So every
W
time.
event.
Oh my god. So I think for most people that want to invest in SIA past like just the Legion champ, I think Janus 10 is pretty much almost mandatory.
Okay.
Because we need the extra summon for. Okay, sorry, it's at 20-second cooldown, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, all good, all good.
But this is the first map that we can like stand still and clear, and I can show you that like we actually. Okay, I'll just start from the left. The thing is still going. So our summons are actually really big. They don't last that long, so they don't have like perfect coverage, but they do last long enough to get a really good loot rotation. So when we start, you do Wolf here. It hits all three of these platforms, which is nice. You drop down, then you do one summon here, then Urda, second summon here, and then by the time you come back, Wolf is just expiring.
Okay.
Right, and then Shine is still going. So then now I can drop Anchor, summon my Lizard, and then do one of my buffs that basically does like a little mini chain lightning, and I can just AFK here.
Okay.
So the good part about SIA for farming that gives it its saving grace is Algol, our Lizard, procs Janus.
Yep.
Which they've taken away from pretty much every class except for a few now. So in this regard, I can literally just stand still. As long as he headbutts something, Janus will keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
And so like every 30 seconds, I just have to resummon him. So I just boom spam, and then I just like, and then I would just end up resummoning him again, and then I just AFK again.
Yep.
And then on the 1 minute when Shine is usually up, you can just do a loot rotation again.
Yep.
So with Janus 10, a lot of maps are going to be like this for us. There are good Dusk maps because I did this while I was like, okay, I guess another thing that lends to the class being really strong, I farmed here at 20 mil CP.
Okay.
I don't know any other class that could probably do the same because our base damage is so high.
Okay.
So we can get away with going much higher maps because our base damage is high enough, even if we're sack-gated. Then if you show you, let's see, like for Odium, for example, unfortunately, like this is probably one of our best maps just because it's a 15k map. But we just don't really have the coverage to do the bigger maps reliably. It's just the fact that like we don't have a second summon, and TP is just not that fast to cover the map fast enough.
Yeah.
Right. So like in this map, for example, you could do this, and then you can use Dusk in this map. And you just stand here, and then because Algol procs your Dusk, you could just stand here.
Your procs are gonna go
Let
off
him do his
too.
work. Yeah. See, it just procs it.
No, your event procs.
No,
It's
please
filling
stop. It hurts me. Yeah, see, he hits and then he
Good
procs
save, good
Janus, and then it's just like that's basically like kind of like a lot of our farming rotation.
Yeah.
You can do this for a lot of maps. For Arteria, for example, like bottom deck 3 is the same. If you're thinking one shots, okay, there's people here, but you basically just summon on the right, and then you can stand far left and let your Dusk. You basically attack left, attack right.
Yeah.
You clear one set, and then your Dusk clears the rest. It is pretty chill, but we need Janus.
Yeah.
And this class is not great without Janus.
Okay, so rank the farming with like Janus 1.
Janus 1, honestly, like it's probably B at best.
Okay.
We're carried by Janus. Without Janus, we're C.
Yeah.
The class is not great.
Okay.
I think just the fact that we don't have good, like really strong coverage, like good FMAs. I mean, I guess the upside is just the fact that we can chain 2 big summons together, but it's pretty active to do it. If you want lazy farm, which is like the meta nowadays.
Yep.
I think B is like pretty solidly like where we're at.
I think that's fair. It's for sure not anywhere close to the worst thing that I've seen, but
No. We're
also
pretty
not.
good.
the best.
Our
that I've
hitbox
seen,
on our
so.
skills are pretty big. Like if you saw, like my Ray
Yep.
triple plats just
Yep.
fine. Like that alone like makes it so the farming is pretty, but we are
Yep.
pretty map dependent. Like we can't just go to like some of the biggest like 70k maps like and like fire like like Eastern Empire Parts 3. Like we can't clear this map.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
no way.
For sure.
And so like the classes that can do it are probably your top farmers.
Okay, let's move into our last section here, and let's talk about your skill animations.
Sure.
Normally what I would do here is, I mean, you can do it for Ray, right? You can show what Ray looks like without the mastery
Oh, yeah.
unlocked, and then show what it does look
Sure,
like
let me
with
just
the
go to
mastery. But, yeah, normally I would get people to show off the difference in their animations, but you only have the one mastery, so
I only got the
you
one.
can show it off, and then maybe just show us the skills that you like the most, and then give it a ranking.
Yeah, sure. I think the class looks cool.
Yeah.
Ray is just a big, like you're just throwing stars. Like the class is very, very blue, very blue hued. I won't lie. When I first started playing this class, I don't like when they do skills where it's just all one color. It makes it kind of hard to see what's up and what's not.
Yeah.
And then obviously I've learned at this point, but like. For example, like I also played Bishop, and that's also notorious for like being just yellow across the board. I wish they would add a little bit like a more color scheme to certain classes. If I take off Ray, I think it's this. It just what? Why is that still the same? It doesn't turn it off. Am I crazy? I'll take 2 off. Oh. Wait, I can't turn it off.
Wait, it doesn't turn. Is that? Huh.
Wait. You can't level it without level 40, but I guess it doesn't turn off. I just took off both of them. Both my rays. Okay, well I guess I can't show you level 1 ray.
I logged into my SIA. I can't even show it on mine because I unlocked it on mine too.
So it's actually really funny. I think skill wise, it looks cool. I think like. For example, like I love Algol, the lizard.
Yeah.
Can you show an image on stream? Can I DM you an image?
Yeah.
I would like to show you the potential. Okay. The potential is crazy. I would like you to show this image on screen.
The fuck is this?
Yeah, dude. I pray we get this. This is in Maple M. I don't know if it's on your stream yet because mine's delayed.
No, it's not. Give me one
Okay.
sec.
Yeah, no worries. It's a little curveball. But I have no way to show this other than... So in Maple M, yes. In Maple M, they have a completely different like Erdalink quote-unquote system. And so a boosted Algol, which is the salamander, the cute little one, he becomes a chonker. He is fat Algol. Like, look at that aura.
Bro,
like,
he looks like a
beast.
slug. Like what?
Bro,
Where did his arms and legs go?
Okay, he's so cool. And then on top of that, he rolls. Like right now, the Algol in our game headbutts as he like attacks. This guy rolls. He is such a chat. Like foul Algol is just such a beast. And it is probably likely gonna be our M2, M3, M4 when we get it. I pray. But this is like, dude, how can you like that? Isn't that not the coolest thing? It's so chunky. He's a chunker.
Okay, so we're hoping that the animations have more that we can talk about in the future.
Oh no, like I'm sure like we get like M2, M3, M4, like we'll get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like animation wise, like currently, sorry, a little off topic.
No,
Like,
it's all good. It's all good.
I think it's cool. Like Sirius looks cool.
Yeah.
It's just a straight up wolf.
Yep.
Like
The doggy is
Anchor.
cool.
It's like everything is like very like pristine. Like it just looks cool. Like personally, I'm biased, but like it just like there's a lot on the screen and everything just looks crisp. For
Yep.
example.
They did a good job with the visual design. They might have.
I will say
That there wasn't an intern designing the visuals.
Oh wait! I do have. There is an intern moment here.
Okay.
So because we're Maple M class, they decided that like they weren't gonna update some of our graphics to like high res. So if I press my burst and I know like we're looking too like attentively, if I press this, look at the background. Look how pixelated this is.
Yeah.
It's actually just stretched out from Maple Amp because an intern ported this over. It's actually so annoying if you start looking at it. It's so pixelated, okay? That's number one. Number two, if I press my origin and you actually look at the very end screen, like this is okay. Right here, it's so pixelated again. They just stretched it. They couldn't update us to like 1440p. We stayed at 720p for some reason.
Okay.
So that is probably like the big two like animation L's. Otherwise, everything else is updated just fine. I think it looks great. I'm biased, so I think animation-wise, I would still give it an A. It just looks cool. I think for a new class, the sound effects paired with this way the skills hit, the feedback you get when you do a burst, it's like visually and also audio, it's all there. Like it feels good to play. It feels good to press these buttons.
Yeah, I agree. I think the class looks beautiful. Every time I go to like play it and I'm doing like, because I only do it like really, really low bosses on it and I pretty much just one-shot them. But a lot of the time when I go do my bosses on SIA, I'll just turn all my visuals up because I think it's so funny. There's like so much, like everything is just so, like there's an anchor, but then there's a dog and then there's an hourglass and it's like, there's just so many random things that are being summoned and it's like, I don't know, it's just funny and it looks great and yeah, and like you said, it feels good, like all of it together lining up.
Yeah, I think feedback, like gameplay feedback is important for anyone that just plays a class. Like you want to feel good playing your class. Like even if the numbers aren't there, like you want to feel good. Like you want the way you're pressing the buttons, the way you're like audioly, like you want to sound like you're bursting. Like you want all of that. And I think SIA delivers on that front. Yeah.
Is he aware we're making top rating an S? It's A because of the pixels. Surely it's A because of the pixel issues,
no,
right?
I do think the pixels does knock it down, so I had to be like realistic, or else like I biased wise, I do think it is like S tier visually. Like I think it looks great.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Okay, well, normally this is the part of the interview where I would let chat ask any questions that they maybe have for our class professional. People have often been asking like, hey, how are you going to be affected by the 2-minute change? I have to assume that you guys don't know, right? You're kind of like me as a Moshen, like you guys just don't know until the patch notes come out.
Well, we know that the odds ring change is super beneficial, which I didn't really go over. So currently, because we're basically a 1-minute burst, and then we have that like 10-15 second window where we just don't really do anything, we should be quad ring swapping.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Kinesis or AB in that regard, where there's just strong 1-minute classes. And so currently what I do is I do Roar as my main burst, then I swap a stat ring. If you could fit Risk Taker or Totaling, you probably would be, but I just do stat ring because I'm lazy. And so I would just end up Roar burst into stat ring for the off burst, into weapon jump for the second 2-minute burst, and then you just repeat. So it's a 3-ring cycle. If I had a Risk Taker, or if it's a boss that can do Risk Taker, I would end up doing 4. It's just super beneficial. But we do tell people that like you can get away with Kant. I don't have one. I don't have one to test. But I think from other people have tested Kant burst versus a 3-ring swap, like it's just substantially better to do a ring swap currently. But that all goes out the window in 1 or 2 months when we get the 2-minute change. We're just gonna permanently be a Roar main burst, weapon jump off burst, and that's it. And so we do get buffed that way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, we don't know what we could get. So if you want the copium take, we're gonna hop some. They have glossed over that like winter is where they're gonna focus on non-KMS or GMS exclusive content, and we are under that umbrella. We are probably expected to hear something at MapleCon regarding our class, and if we don't, then we might be in a little doomer moment. But they should like show something. Like I think people have been asking for M2, M3, M4. That's probably the biggest like question mark.
Yeah.
And probably also what off-puts people from investing to SIA is because it has the non-KMS tag. But again, the class is strong without it. Like we are strong at Max Hexa. We hang with everyone else, and we are developed by the KMS dev team. And so a lot of the bug fixes do get fixed pretty early on, even though we have a lot.
Yeah.
But we're not like Kana or like Hayata where they're just left hanging for like 4 to 6 months at a time. Like our stuff does get fixed. And so, yeah, I think that's like the current, I guess, like Kopi take is that we're going to be developed on, and hopefully we're not going to get shafted into the ground.
Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
The number one SIA player. All right, bro. Well, I think that pretty much answers all the questions that chat would have had or did have. So, with that, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much. Yeah. Honestly, thank you so much for reaching out, and thanks for like, you know, I guess being flexible and letting me.
No.
Like
it's great.
fit you in near the end of the whole series and everything. Yeah.
No, I understand. I appreciate you fitting me in. I'm super passionate about the class. I think the class is fun.
Yeah, no,
I wish I was surprised more people don't play it or don't talk about it, because like everyone that I've heard ever make this a mule or just have it as a H Lotus meal, like they're like, wow, this damage is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get gassed up enough for how busted it actually is.
I'm sure there'll be more players when like they hopefully inevitably like kind of iron out the kinks, right? Like,
yeah, no, definitely.
It's just, it had kind of a rough launch, and I mean, it's their first time trying something like this, and hopefully they learn from their mistakes and they fix it, and then also don't make the same mistakes with the future Maplestory M classes.
Like we know for a fact we're going to get continued developed on, because Arella is going to come. Like they've basically all but confirmed it. Like honestly, they might even show it at MapleCon. Like we're going to get more Shine classes, and that there's no reason to not iterate on us.
Yeah.
And so like that's why like I tell people that like even if we're not KMS, like we are getting attention where needed. And it just means we don't have that 6-month like forecast that every class gets. Like you're not going to know what you get, and that's just like, I feel like the game should be that way anyways. It doesn't. You know, that's a whole nother discussion. Yeah. But I do appreciate you having me on.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for coming in. Chat, everyone, get your reps of thank yous in. Thank you to SOUF. Thank you, bro. Seriously, you are the SIA GOAT, and I expect to see you on top for a long time.
100%. That's the goal.
All right. If there's ever big changes, you're the first one that I'm calling.
100%. Just one DM away.
Yep, absolutely. All right, thank you, bro.
All right, man.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Thank you, SOUF. Get your thank yous in. Chat. I'm going to conclude this, but I have to pee so unbelievably bad. My bladder's going to... I'll be right back. That might have been the longest pee I've ever taken in my life. Holy cow. Okay, well, damn, guys. SOUF. That was, okay, a lot of people were asking, like, hey, are you gonna do SIA? Yeah, of course I'm gonna do SIA. Like, just because she's new, just because she's exclusive for us, just because there's been a lot of bugs, just because her 6th job advancement thing is a completely different system, doesn't mean she's not one of us, guys. Okay? It doesn't mean she's not one of us. I've been playing the class since it came out. Honestly, I don't think it's that difficult. I think a lot of those rankings are pretty valid. Now, I do think, like, it goes without saying, most people know this, but as of right now, as of the time that this video is being recorded, as of pretty much the moment SIA came out, the power you gain from the minimal number of frags required make it a lot stronger than maybe we have ranked it overall here, because the rankings have been a lot of rankings based on like end game performance, how it's going to do when it's like mostly maxed out. But obviously not everyone's going to max out every class. This class is very, 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 very strong as a low investment mule, alt, whatever you want to call it. I have pretty much invested like more or less nothing outside of what they gave us from the past with the item burn and stuff like that. And I can feel the power. I got the 6th job. I got that one thing unlocked. I can feel the power. Trust me, it's noticeable. It is significant. The class is fun. I think it's beautiful. It might not be like, you know, the most flashy movement or like the coolest ability to ignore boss mechanics with iframes or healing or whatever, but the damage is amazing. It's got a really solid teleport. I think it was bugged at first. It's fixed now, the teleport range or something like that. But no, the class is super, super, super solid. And that's coming from someone who like doesn't even know how to play it well. So even if you're a noob, I think SIA is a great ult to pick up. And apparently it's a great main because the power you get from a lot of frag investment is also pretty significant. It sounds like it. Anyway, chat, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for participating in the community votes. Thank you for being respectful of my guest and YouTube. I hope this answered all your questions that you had about SIA. Obviously, this class is going to probably go through a lot of updates with some new stuff in the future. And when it does, I will do my best to get SOUF back to explain any of the big changes or anything like that. But for now, that's what you get. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!